As we see lots of graduate program spaces in digital marketing become increasingly competitive in more traditional channels like Google Search, we're always looking for ways to diversify the different channels that we're bringing in leads for enrollment marketing. And one of the tactics that we've had some good success with in the graduate and continuing education marketing space is through LinkedIn conversation ads.
LinkedIn conversation ads are an ad that pops up in someone's LinkedIn inbox. And when it pops up, it looks as though the sender has just found the prospect's profile and is sending them a message about a specific program. The message is typically pretty short and initially introduces the prospect to the program that the sender is talking about, and then provides different CTAs that the person can choose to continue their path. So based on the CTA that they choose, they will then receive a response back from the sender. And then they'll go through the process again and pick another CTA. And typically that interaction ends after the third message, where they get a final CTA that will take them where the creator wants them to go. It is very personalized to this particular prospect based on the things that they have provided in LinkedIn, their educational details, where they live. It indicates the type of program in the graduate space that they may be looking for. This is very content first as compared to other lead generation tactics, because you can tailor these ads to be personalized to make it possible for them to feel like they're having a really meaty interaction. That could lead them to maybe want to reach out to that person via email and ask about the program, or it could bring them out of the platform and to the program's website itself to want to learn more from the admissions team and from the other faculty members that are there too.
Yeah. So conversation ads are great because they're so content first. And this differentiates them in quite a few ways from, like we said, the more traditional search ads or maybe just a static ad that you see in your Facebook feed. Conversation ads are really great because, like Audra said, there are several messages. So when you build out the conversation ads, maybe you have a message that's focused on the program curriculum, and then maybe you have a second one that's focused on financial aid. The metrics that you'll get once you're complete with the conversation ad campaign can actually show you how many people have clicked and interacted with each button. And then after interacting with a certain button, how many people convert through to a lead. So you can kind of use this almost as a mini focus group, or just putting feelers out for what students are most concerned about or what they might perceive as blockers before indicating their interest in a program. Another thing that we love about conversation ads is because these come across as a message rather than being like we said, a static ad that you see in a feed that you scroll past. These actually live in a prospect's inbox in perpetuity. So even if they receive an ad, get the information and click through and decide it's not the right time to submit their information, they might see a different ad a week later or have something open up that inbox and say, you know what, I do actually want to submit a form and receive more information. They have the ability to kind of go back to that ad. And we see this pretty frequently where we'll run a conversation ad campaign for a month or 2 months. Even after the campaign has concluded and we've stopped spending money, we still see leads come through because these are people that have that message in their inbox and they've decided it's the right time to indicate interest. I also just wanted to talk a little bit more about the importance of having this content touch point at the lead generation stage of the marketing funnel. Like we said, this kind of offers more than one touch point at a time, like we typically have with search advertising, where it's very one and done. It also presents prospects with more information than they'd typically receive up front about a program. So you can only fit so much in a search ad, or you can only fit so much again in a static ad in the feed. But with these conversation ads, you have 3 different opportunities to provide a different snippet of information before they even leave LinkedIn. We also know that advertising platforms are beginning to prioritize ad formats that don't require a prospect to leave the platform. Obviously, LinkedIn wants to keep people on LinkedIn. So these conversation ads are a way to kind of please the algorithm and keep people in the LinkedIn platform. While also you can set up something like an in-platform lead form where someone can submit their information right in LinkedIn, and then it's just an easy data transfer into your CRM.
I think the other thing to think about with conversation ads is this is a real opportunity for marketing, enrollment or admissions, and faculty members to all collaborate, because there is a choice that needs to be made around who the sender of any conversation ad for a conversation ad campaign is going to be. We've seen in the work that we've done and also in data that we have reviewed from LinkedIn that while you can send a conversation ad from a organization's page, like the University of Albuquerque's main page, right? You also really what you want to do is have it come from a person. And because the data shows that when someone receives it directly from a person, they're much more likely to engage with it, especially if they have the opportunity to engage with someone who is a faculty member or the director of a program. That is going to make them feel like, wow, this was really picked for me. And I now have the opportunity to engage with what this person is sharing with me and think about if this program is best. If that's not possible, the next best option is for it to be someone who is in enrollment or admissions, because these people will likely have to speak with those individuals when they're in the process of applying to getting into the program. And so that's another way for them to really get to know that person a little bit more and feel like they are truly having this more personalized experience.
Great. We love to talk conversation ads. I especially love to talk conversation ad data. So we encourage you to reach out to both of us if you have any questions, and we are happy to talk your ear off.